ஹலோ, யாரு? தன்ராஜா? நான் தான் ராமசாமி பேசுறேன்.
Hello, welcome to Anga Pesalam. Today my guest, the Hindi movie expert, Mr. Manikandan. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
good, good. How are you, Sridhar?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, pretty good. So today, like, we're going to be talking about the Hindi movie Dunki, right? So we both saw it. So can you give me like a, what do you say, like a 30-second review of the movie, of your review of the movie?
30-second review. Well, my perspective, I went in with obviously a huge expectation. So apparently the comment which is coming from me is also related to the expectations, right? So as I had mentioned, I'm sure many people have watched the movie Shrek, one of my favorite, and the character is phenomenal, the dog of the character. And more importantly, the donkey, right? The very famous dialogue in that when August screams at the donkey, and that is probably my one-liner for this movie. It says, pathetic, annoying donkey. The donkey, 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 and I'm sure people will realize that the characters in the movie also use that slang, donkey. And so that's probably my one-liner for this movie, considering my expectations when I went in. You know, that's what it is. But of course, um, really, I mean, disappointed is the word if I have to put it in a right format. Disappointed, very underwhelming, and movie with lack of depth. It just withers away into oblivion, kind of, through the movie. That's what I would start the review with.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, I think same thing for me too. I went with huge. I think we even like spoke about in the last video. I'm really looking forward to this movie. Shah Rukh Khan, Rajkumar. Oh my God, it's going to be awesome, topsy, everything. But it was total disappointment. I couldn't even understand the movie. The first, there was no story to talk to begin with, right? There's somewhere at the end of the movie, I couldn't figure out whether it's a comedy, it's a romantic movie, it's a thriller, right? It's a tragedy. I couldn't figure out what this movie was. So why do you think that is though? I mean, with this huge star cast, huge bankroll, and a great, great director. I don't know where they went wrong. Where could they, or like, well, we're not understanding the movie. I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite possible. Again, maybe if we put ourselves into Rajkumar Hirani's shoes, then it could be a different perspective. But my feeling is, well, as you so rightly mentioned, huge star cast. Rajkumar Hirani himself is extremely good when it comes to movie making. We are all fans of his, Munna Bhai 2 and PK and Three Idiots. I think what he's done in this movie is continue from with his style right from the first movie, probably. You know, decades back when he made the first movie, all the kind of stuff which he kept in the movie were big hit those days. He has continued his style. The world has moved on.
Maybe.
No more, yeah, it's no more applicable right now, which I think he's not realized. He thought he can apply the same formula, a few jokes from here and there, a couple of emotions, sentiments, and the whole crowd gets carried away. That is his magic formula in all the movies he's made. I think that's not going to work anymore, number one. And second, those movies are scripted very well to actually get these formulas right in place. Emotion out or deep plot or linking all this. In this movie is kind of stuffed things, comedy mandatorily, or there has to be comedy. So some comedy which really doesn't invite any laughter, some kind of emotion just for the heck of it, some kind of relationship which doesn't just gel. Even the basic theme doesn't sell. So maybe he is slowly becoming obsolete, or
Maybe,
at least
maybe.
so he has to upgrade himself. Generative AI, that's the way to go, maybe.
Yeah, so basically what a donkey, is it what like a donkey like in Punjabi or a donkey, right? Or no?
No, donkey is primarily a kind of slang terminology which is used
For
to
like migrant
denote
people,
immigration
immigration.
without, yeah, without proper process or channel. It's like illegal immigration in a
Illegal
very crude.
immigration. Okay.
Illegal immigration, the process of illegal immigration, like, getting into the other thing through the border without papers and whatnot, or kind of smuggling people types. So that's the meaning of Dunki. But then I do not know where he started and how he went. In fact, the whole Dunki came in almost close to the interval,
Close, almost.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what.
the first half of the movie was neither the plot was clear nor was any specific episode or incident standing out. It just meandered. He was trying to build it up, but then I think it was way too late, and the tools which he used to build up the plot was also all over the place. Just to quote an example, I mean, 3 or 4 guys want to go to the UK.
Yeah, that is the plot. That is the plot.
That is the plot. But then to substantiate that plot, he's used some kind of vague comedy. Look at why this one guy wants to go to UK, because his mom is wearing a tight jeans and going to security job. Come on, give me a break. Why is she learning wrestling? Because some visa guy told her you need to
Sports
learn
visa.
wrestling, sports visa. So she starts learning wrestling. Even Shah Rukh Khan, for that matter, shouts at somebody thinking that he is the right guy, and realizing after 5 minutes of shouting that he is shouting at the wrong balcony. In today's world, nobody is going to laugh for that comedy kind of. But that he is trying to build up something which is not worked out clearly. And as I mentioned earlier, the whole plot comes in very close to the first half. Almost one half of the film goes waste. That's what I thought when I entered the interval session. But then later I realized first half was better than the second half, actually. So that was an even worse surprise for me. It was a second was a disaster. He really couldn't take the plot properly. This guy with all 4 people goes and then comes back, so wanders somewhere. Well, completely out of place. I think the whole script let the movie down completely right from the first shot.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, it's about like people who wants to go to UK from Punjab, right? They try all the legal way. They try to get a visa. They try to learn English for a student visa. So some funny episodes here and there, whatever. But then like they finally realize after his friend dies, and that was an amazing thing in that movie. Vicky Kaushal's part was very, very good. He did an amazing job, even though his like reasoning was kind of weird, but still he had a very solid role, actually, very solid role in the movie. So after he
I agree with that. The
dies, yeah,
reasoning was weird,
yeah,
maybe not necessarily the best of the scripts again, but then his role, his acting, even though it was a comic cameo role, I think that stole away the thunder,
yeah,
actually.
he's amazing though. It's like the Karthik role in Monoragam. It's kind of a thing, right? So exactly. That's what I think. I'm watching. Wow, people are only going to be talking
Absolutely.
about this. Yeah,
Direct
nobody.
correlation.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
nobody can. So after he dies, so at the interval block, like you said, like they're telling of a route to go to UK without papers. It's called Dunki, where you go through Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Turkey, all those things. So that is the thing. So they finally reach London. They see his friend struggling, and like Shah Rukh Khan wants to come back, but like she doesn't want to come back. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if it's a love story, right? And 25 years, she's waiting for him. He's waiting for her. In this day and age, like they couldn't even know that he's not married yet. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The best piece of this whole thing, comedy, is, well, I'm terming it as comedy. Now these guys go to the UK and then they are, subjected to all that questioning. And look at Shah Rukh. He gives a 5 minute speech to the judge there. God knows why the judge will sit there and listen to this crap. End of this whole thing, Shah Rukh says he sacrifices his love for his nation, right? That's why he says, I don't want to put the nation down. I don't care. I'm going back. So that's kind of emotional stuff. So he leaves his love. He comes back, and you know what he does? He doesn't go back to the army. He doesn't go back where he belongs. He stays in the Pathankot, waiting for his love. He ditched his country. He ditched his love for his country. He comes back all the way to the country and doesn't do anything to the country. He just sits there, waits for his love. Look at, I mean, this is, well, I couldn't understand the plot
Yeah,
at all.
I could understand either. I could understand. But my point was, see, like she wants to go to London. She wants to make money to like to get her house back or whatever, right? I understand all those things, but like they go through severe hardships. Well, before they reach the UK, they form an amazing bond together, right? They form an amazing bond together, but then like, he just like drops him off like that, right? She doesn't even think twice in saying, "Yeah, I want asylum." That's it.
Absolutely, it doesn't add up,
Isn't
amazing bond, as you rightly mentioned, through the journey, and that journey itself was,
it?
I don't know that he wanted drama in the journey, so he put in all this masala stuff. It wasn't adding up at all, the whole journey from India to the UK, and they became so close and emotionally binding and all that crap, and then, well, even the marriage with that English guy, the stupid scenes with him,
Yeah,
it didn't add up. And all of a sudden, he decides to come back, she decides to stay. So what are we trying to communicate here? That was a big gap as well in the script. Things don't add up. I mean, if you're looking at an emotional drama in the background of illegal immigration, that's not happening. If you're looking at the ills and benefits and whatnot of the illegal immigration, last like he runs some slides, PowerPoint presentation about the whole thing. If that is the main topic and emotional and romantic stuff as a background, even that is not adding up. So either way, it's like bits and pieces. And as I mentioned earlier, it's just being uh, poked into or sorrified into kind of
yeah,
into
exactly,
the.
exactly. So that is what is very surprising because from what I read about Rajkumar Hiran, he's a very, very methodical guy. He plans everything to the detail, right? Before even, I remember one of our dance masters, she went and shot for the PK song with the Sanjay Dutt. Remember, there's a dong. She was the choreographer. She said the day before the shoot, he wanted her to know exactly where she'll be standing, where they will be standing, where the camera will be kept, everything fully planned before even they went to the shoot. So such a methodical guy, he has a very, very, very poor script. I really cannot even imagine. Or he thought it's like a very great script though. I don't know.
Probably he was relying on Shah Rukh Khan's magic,
But
and
even like that is not there, right? Even
Shah Rukh Khan was relying on Irani's magic. So
yeah,
invariably, I was actually very impressed with the trailer. Not the
right.
trailer, the
Teaser,
marketing stuff. There are a
marketing.
few, few videos released as a marketing stuff, and one of them happened to be about how did they name Dunki. Okay, it's very interesting stuff. So Shah Rukh Khan asked Hirani that
Oh,
you
about the
had any.
plane, the plane. Yeah.
No, no, yeah, I mean, you had great names like MBBS and PK and Three Idiots. So what's the name of this movie? And this guy comes in and says Dunki. So Shah Rukh Khan says Donkey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Then
the first video.
he
Yeah,
yeah, so and then in that same video, so Shah Rukh Khan finally says, "Okay, if you're telling me you're going to make, I'm ready. Let's make it." And then he stretches his arms like is a typical romantic stuff.
yeah,
And then immediately Rajkumar Hirani says, "Shah Rukh, lower your arms. We don't want your style." In other words, saying people are fed up of your this style. Let's do something different. That's the message, and it was very appealing to me, and I was expecting a lot more new things and not the customary Shah Rukh. Oh my God, what a disappointment! I think from Shah Rukh's standpoint, he should stop irritating people doing the same stuff. His dialogue delivery was more of a cartoonish dialogue delivery. I don't know where he got that tone from. And the same face, the selfie mode face, he keeps his face like eyebrows are way above his eyes. They also are good for the first two, three, four movies. But same thing repeating again and again and again. And even when there are emotional scenes, we are not anymore,
connected. We aren't connected. Yeah.
we are not connected. And even his emoting is not up to mark nowadays. You should tone down. His public appearances generally and casually when he talks, he's a lot more stylish than what he is in the movie.
I think it's all the
And
character too, right? It's all the character too. I mean, it's sad
yeah,
part is when okay, huge spoiler, but when like Tapsi dies in the end, I didn't feel anything actually. You know what I'm saying? There's no shock element, there's no sadness. So what the movie about then finally? She made all this trouble to coming here, and then she dies. So what is the that's the
well,
only
I
yeah.
think the, the thought is she wanted to come back to Indian soil where she
Okay,
wants to die. And yeah, you're right. This guy go all the way to Dubai, and that link is also another pathetic link. Why Dubai? How do they cheat a Saudi official somewhere?
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, so trivial stuff, and then they come all the way, and then she dies. So there is again a big gap. I think probably Hirani was thinking of a different plot or a different depiction of the plot. That has not come out the way he wanted. It just withered away into nothing practically. Yeah, not many. I think that's where this famous song "Luttu Puttu Gaya," the dance. All the viewers were "Luttu Puttu Gaya."
I know, I know.
Audience will
I
stand up
think like
finally
that
and
should
say
be the,
"Luttu
yeah,
Puttu
that should be the one.
Gaya."
I think like that is the review then. That is the review.
That is a review. Yeah,
That is
"Luttu
the
Puttu."
review.
Audience "Luttu Puttu Gaya."
I
Yeah,
think that's a
it was
good
very
one.
disappointing. Shah Rukh was very disappointing. The even the small plots, like I mentioned, cheating a Saudi official to do all these gimmicks, it wasn't a great thing for me as well. And again, even while going from here, the journey was so pathetic. All VFX. The other one is they have not even stepped out for one outdoor shooting. The entire shooting has been in one room or something. Ella graphics, everything is primarily tinkered. You can see that. You can literally see all those. So that way, a cheap budget movie also, and then introducing characters like somebody or puts them in a tent and then tries raping her and this guy. All unwanted stuff. Melodrama not worked
Yeah,
out.
that is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. She went through, they go through a lot of emotional bonding, right? Emotional bonding throughout the film. And then she drops him off like this. That, I mean, that is why I'm so confused. What is this movie about? What is this movie? What is he trying to tell us? He says, like, let's have open borders. The birds doesn't have any borders. I mean, I don't know.
I think he wanted to primarily capture the challenges of people wanting to go out and settle, and all the mundane immigration processes, and wants to send in a message that only the rich can make it and poor cannot. In the background of some romantic and patriotic stuff, it is not added up. It is really how do I put it? Disastrous donkey, to be precise.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing is added up. That's
No,
he could have he could have done much better on the script. If he had done that, then probably the story would have hang on, and the whole thing would have added up. But then it's all bits and pieces. You wanted some comedy, you wanted some masala, melodrama, emotions, love, romance, action, everything thrown in. Doesn't add up. And look at it. He also needs to give a lot more importance to details. Shah Rukh, all these guys, 25, 30 years old, go to the UK, find 25 years back, later come back. Now, Shah Rukh that time is around 55, 60, right? 55, 57. Shah Rukh is actually that age. He should have just acted the way he is.
yes, yeah.
Instead, look at the makeups done
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Shah Rukh, Apsi. That has also gone bonkers, not necessarily in line with a larger
Actual
than life
age.
movie.
Actual
Yeah.
age.
Another letdown. So overall, it's complete letdown of multiple departments within movie making. Rajkumar Irani should have done a much better job. Clearly, he's delivered one of his worst.
You know.
Given,
Which
so,
is sad though, because I was really like, looking forward to this movie. Really looking forward to this movie, you know. So
the after the hits of Pathan and Jawan, we were expecting a blockbuster towards the year end. But then
no,
no,
I,
this
I
is
mean,
not.
I thought a blockbuster, like in terms of his performance and story. I know it's not going to collect like as much as Jaban and Patan because we know why, but I really thought this film will be like a very, very amazing experience to watch. You know, a great movie experience to watch, which I really couldn't understand the first 1 hour. What is happening here? Why Dunki? What is happening? That what Dunki means. Okay, now I got it. You know.
I know clearly he should have brought that much earlier. He cut the whole reasoning part. I think the first half was more to do with why do these people want to go and how did Dunki came into the whole plot. which is okay, but he should have done that in the first half an hour and moved on from there. Instead, the reasons are also not adding up. As I said, it was more of a trivialized reason, and the whole plot towards divulging the word Dunki and going from there took a lot more time. And frankly, as I said, I thought first half was a waste, but second half was disaster. For a person, I'm very strict in movie theaters. I don't like even people right next to me opening their mobile, those lights and all that stuff. I'm very conscious of that. But believe me, this is the first time, the second half, I started fiddling with my phone. Plot was very obvious. We knew exactly what's going to happen next. There was nothing exciting happening on the screen. Well, that speaks volumes of how entertaining this movie is or how captivating this movie is.
Yeah.
I would give a very, very low score in all these departments.
Me too. Me too. I'm very, very disappointed. Yeah, it is what it is. So, what is the next movie you're waiting for? Next Hindi movie?
Well, today there was this what Salah released or whatever. I'm not too sure whether
I don't think I'll go to the theater and watch it. So
Yeah, I will
apparently,
not do
I saw already memes that Prabhas only has a very cameo appearance like in the second half, it seems. So she
Oh,
only comes a
really?
very short time. So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not keen on anyway that
Yeah.
stuff. So next movie to watch out for is Fighter. That's
Fighter,
the
yeah. I don't think
yeah.
I'll watch the theater, but I think it's just a Top Gun wannabe, right? So
Yeah,
that's what.
something like that. Again, some patriotic stuff. I just saw the trailer, Hrithik Roshan and Deepika flying planes and some Indian flag flying. Well, I don't know how much of a hype they will create between now and when it is getting released. So I haven't made up. I'm not a great fan of Hrithik any which way. On the screen, maybe I can watch him on the TV, but not. But then it all depends. I mean, if it
Yeah,
is
we'll see.
very, it all depends on the hype. Yeah,
Yeah.
so probably.
I don't even know like what is the next big movie that's coming around. Seriously. Nobody,
Yeah, Amir
right?
Khan debut, it's been quite some time.
Yeah. Amir
Of course,
Khan,
looking forward to the
he's taking a
Tamil movies.
sabbatical. Tamil movies, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, again, Talapati and all that stuff. So
Yeah, we'll
I'm
see.
not release dates, but yeah, looking forward to them as well,
Yeah.
provided this stupid virus doesn't play havoc again.
Hopefully. Okay, so thank you for this. Awesome. So we will decide on another movie soon, another Hindi movie or whichever movie you want to watch. Awesome.
Awesome. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Enjoy
Happy New Year,
your
Merry
break.
Christmas. Yeah. Thank you.
We'll catch up once you're back. Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Sridhar.
Bye. Hello. Thank you for watching my video. Please hit like and subscribe and keep watching. Thank you very much.